on, let me know. I'm on massively old tires.
Here we go again on a Wednesday night. Welcome to Racing for a Cause TV, bringing you late model action from Racing for a Cause. Tonight we bring you 100 laps, the Susan G Komen 100, right here at Thompson Motorsports Park, getting ready to go to the grid. Just about 10 more seconds to go before we get there. Huge field of stars tonight. And the real story out there is going to be, does anybody have anything for A.J. Hamel, who's won the last 3 races in a row? I think he's led every lap, but 2 or 3 in the last week. Definitely favored out there. However, on the pole tonight, T. Roy Radford in the number 94. We're going to bring you through the grid in just a moment. And as I mentioned, Troy Radford. T. Roy Radford, the number 94, starting on the pole. And we are going to go through it all right now. Lots of drivers out there tonight. We're going to get through them all. So, Troy Radford in the 94 on the pole, as I said. On the outside, A.J. Hamel bringing home that number 14 car, just 0.14 seconds behind Troy. Starting in third in the number 44, you've got Chris Mefford. Fourth, the number 12 car, Brian Rogers Jr. Starting fifth tonight, Al Smith Jr. in the number 91. On his outside, starting in sixth position, the number 70 car of Andy Lambert. In the 2 car, starting 7th, Terry Rennert. Starting 8th in the number 59, Charles Widner. Justin McDuff, starting 9th. Peyton Johnson, starting 10th and rounding out top 10. Jason Fluffy Garrett, starting 11th. Phil Otto, 12th. Brian Beach, Corey Cook, that's 13-14. Justin Napier in the 54, starting 15th. Rick Greenaway, starting 16th in the number 24 car. And bringing up the tail side of the field, JP, Justin Pinnell, starting 17th in the number 60. And that is your field tonight. We are getting ready to go green flag racing. Good luck to all the drivers out there. Thank you all for coming out and visiting with us here tonight. Racing for a Cause TV, we really do appreciate it. Hope to bring you 100 laps of exciting action here tonight. Jake, 78. How you been, bud? Long time no chat. Good to have you out there. Just in time to catch the start of this one. And we are green flag racing. Troy Radford leading the way. Troy in that number 94 car has the inside. On his outside, the 14 car. A.J. Hamel takes a run on the outside. Troy Radford has to let him go. A.J. definitely had a run coming out of 2. Ooh, we've got one to the inside, into the wall. Number 59 car. Let's see if that's going to cause a caution to come out or if he's able to get off track. That's Charles Widner, the car you saw go to the inside and hit the wall. He did a good job. He got off track. Everything keeps going as they bunch up right there. That's the 70 car going high. Oh, we got another one. Not sure who that was, though. Keep an eye out. Lots of jockeying for position early on in this one, as we've done 4 of 100. Again, I want to thank everybody who stopped out tonight. Really do appreciate it. Should be a good race here at Thompson. It's a track we've been to a few times. Oh, nice, bud. Yeah, we have a certain admin who happens to like this track quite a bit as we're under caution. looks like we have a car. Oh, speaking of the admin that likes this track, that is not the way he wants to start this race. Lap 5, and it looks like Greeny's going to have to pull out the marshmallows because he can roast them on that motor. That thing is on fire, cooking away. There are no quick repairs in this series. The only time you can pit for tires, you get one shot at it. One shot and one shot only at tires. You can pick 2 or 4 or none at all, but you can only go up on the jacks once. Scott Page and Tanner. Yeah, Jeff, absolutely. This is Scott's first run with us, so looking to see some good running out of him tonight. There he is right there in the 006. How much does a one race deal cost? You talking to broadcast it? Honestly, I'm probably not your guy. I am a one night a week guy right now. I've got so many other commitments trying to help run this league. Really don't have a lot of time, but I'll tell you who might. Get in touch with Greenaway Motorsports Production. Actually, if you scroll up to the top, he's right up there. Yeah, it's amazing, you know, how good this track is on iRacing. From what I understand, it's very, very good compared to the real thing. So, should be able to get some good practice out of it. Well, AJ Hamill started this one on the outside pole. He was able to get around Troy Radford on the outside. We're going to see if it goes the other way this time. AJ Hamill with a really, really aggressive start on that one. Leaves everybody kind of sitting in the dust. Troy Radford on the outside, on the inside. Brian Rogers in the 12. Troy Radford powers through on the outside of turn 2 down the straightaway. All by himself now, running his line. AJ Hamill running up top and then diamonds down. Back up to the wall, over the start-finish line. These guys have been running really clean the last few weeks. It'll be interesting to see if we can keep that up. Boom, there's your top 5 right now. Hamill, Radford, Mefford, Rogers, Smith. And again, I want to make sure we all understand that this is the Susan G Komen 100 here at Thompson. Racing for a cause. We're doing what we say we do. We're trying to get causes out there known. If you don't know what Susan G Komen is, it is breast cancer awareness. Something that really affects everyone. AJ Hamill starting to open up a little bit of a lead now, almost up to 0.8 of a second back to Troy Radford. Behind him, the 44, that dark blue 44, Chris Mefford. And Brian Rogers right behind him. You see him jockeying right there. And, oh, Andy Lambert getting ready to go around. Andy going for a little ride. And that car getting towed in. That's not a good sign. Let's see if we can back it up and take a peek at what happened there. That 70 car trying to run the top of the line. Looks like the two got into him a little bit. Oh, and then a head on. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's probably the night right there. Andy has not had the best of luck this season, and it continues. You see a heavily damaged number 70 there. AJ Hamill still your leader, taking the lead early on this one. Troy Radford not able to find a way back to his back bumper under green, and AJ had a really good restart that last time. He's just absolutely able to pull away. This time Chris Mefford behind him. Troy Radford still starting to the outside. Brian Rogers going to be starting on the outside second row. And I agree, Jake. The outside is definitely the faster lane. And yes, that could definitely cause the big one. Any aggression on the bottom. So you will push up a little bit. Pace car lights go down. Car's gone 2 by 2. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing after one more circuit around. Pace car is going to drop down onto pit road, and we'll go back green flag racing. Under the lights here, Thompson. Yeah, Tim, you know, I had come up with that rule, and well, to be perfectly frank, it was outvoted. I like the rule the way it was written, the way I had it, and the problem is it's tough to monitor that. iRacing doesn't really give you the tools to do it. I just saw a car. Oh, here we go. That is Peyton Johnson. Peyton Johnson around. Looks like he is going to be able to continue. This one's going to stay green flag. 10 cars at the finish. I don't know. I think they're going to straighten it out. Although we're under caution now, so who knows? I want to say they're going to straighten it out, and we're going to have a good, strong finish. Half miler. What I was really checking on is that track temp, 66.83 degrees. Kind of cool. Well, so far, I don't know, Jake. So far, there hasn't been anybody that can stay on his rear bumper close enough to actually do it. Of course, as the tires start wearing down, maybe it'll play into somebody else's hands, and maybe that'll change. But the last good green flag stretch we had, He had almost an 8/10 of a second lead. And it's pretty hard to dump and run when the guy ahead of you is gone. One more time around the track, then the pace car light should drop out. We'll go back green flag racing here soon. Pace car lights are off. Guys are starting to line it up 2 by 2, getting ready to go back green flag racing. And yeah, Tim, you're absolutely right. That's one of the reasons why I love this league. There's always next week. There's no reason to take it dirty. Does Troy Radford have what it takes to stay with AJ Hamel on the start? Chris Mefford gives a little bump in the back, but it's not enough. AJ Hamel takes off. Chris jumped it just a little bit early, got into the back of the 94 car of Troy Radford, but Troy follows in, second place runner. The 12 car, Brian Rogers, takes advantage of the miscue by Chris Mefford, takes his position, now running third. We're green flag racing. We're nose to tail. I think we're going to take it through the field. So let's see what we got. Now we're going to do this one. AJ Hamel has led 29 laps of the 30 so far. That's Troy Radford, your pole winner. Started first, currently running in second place. Then comes the 12 car, running in third. So he's gained a position since the start of this one. The 44 car, starting third, currently fourth. So he's lost one position. That's Chris Mefford. Al Smith in the 91. Started fifth, currently fifth. Just doing a nice solid run, and that's kind of what Al's pretty much about. He sticks and sticks and sticks, and at the end, he's usually top 3 or 4. Right behind him in the 2 car, it's Terry Rennert. Behind Terry, we've got the 29, Corey Cook. I reloaded it right at the start of the race, Rick. I don't know what's going on. Behind Corey in the number 73, that's Fluffy. You got a battle out back here for 9th. You got the 006 of Scott Page. On the inside, JP, Justin Pinnell. They're fighting for 9th. Behind them, Jerry West in the 86 car. Justin Napier in the 54, currently scored 12th. Stacy Bedard in the 50, currently being scored in the number 13 position. The Aussie, flying Phil Otto, right now running 14th. Peyton Johnson, we saw him getting in a little bit of trouble. A little bit of damage on that nose. Currently scored in 15th position. Still making it around the track. The number 413, that's Wayne McDuff, currently running in 16th position. Justin McDuff sits on pit road. Andy Lambert sits on pit road. Brian Beach sits on pit road. The rest have ejected. They're on the trailers. Back up front, AJ Hamel. These guys are putting some laps down now. Running nose to tail definitely helps prevent some injuries to cars. So looking to go probably for a green flag run here. It'll be interesting to see. We still have a lot of cars that haven't pit yet for tires. Let's take a look here. Yeah, only a couple of cars running still have actually been in the pits, and they've been back out. AJ Hamel currently out front. 0.4 of a second is the gap. You see Troy right now starting to run that slightly higher lane. That is the faster way around this track. You see right now the 14, he just diamonded that thing and got a run. So both drivers with the same idea, starting to move up track a little bit. Should be just a couple more laps before AJ starts catching those cars just ahead. I don't think it's going to take him long. He's definitely running a faster line. No damage on the car. And yeah, look at that. 413 does a very nice job getting down low, staying out of the leader's way. And we are back to caution. It looks like the 60 car. JP. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, the 60 was just in the wrong place at the wrong time as he got into it with the 006. 006 takes a second hit. His motor is done. Got the barbecue going. Stakes out. JP opting to get some tires. Why not? Gonna have to start at the rear anyway. Might as well do it on fresh tires for the last 52 laps of this one. So now we've got some cars that have taken tires. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit. Top 6 cars have not pit from 7th on back. Looks like just about everybody has taken a pit, which means they have at least 2 new tires. We're going to try and decide the age-old battle of track position versus new tires. What do you guys think? And yes, the 14 happens to be one of my very favorite race car schemes, just because of the sponsor, American Diabetes Association. Good looking car out there. Jake saying tires. Alright, Jake, we're going to go with that. I'll tell you who the first one is. The number 73. That man right there on the inside, the black and yellow. That's Jason Fluffy Garrett. He's the first car out there with a new set of tires. Everybody in front of him is on old tires and on track position. AJ Hamill takes the lead again. Very, very good restart for him. Terry Renard in the 2 car decides, hey, you know, I'm going to try out this top 3 thing. Put a little pressure on Troy Radford. We got another one going on the front stretch. 60 car again as we're under yellow. Oh, saw it right there. JP just kind of ducking again. Good job by him. He's missing them all tonight. Track position's nice, but tires fall off. Yeah, you're right. And that's, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's what I know too. So it makes it all that more impressive that 14, AJ Hamill, has won the last 3 races, not a single pit stop. Yeah, that was that was a good move. You're absolutely right. JP doing everything he can to stay alive in this one. Well, the guys that are loving this caution right now, your front, I want to make sure I'm right here. Now, it looks like Jason Garrett, who was 7th, now 4th. So I'm going to have to say your top 3 have not taken pits yet. Those 3 love these cautions. That's AJ Hamill, Troy Radford, Terry Renard. This is going to be an interesting restart. You've got Jason Garrett on the outside, 2nd row. In front of him, teammate and friend Troy Radford. Jason Garrett on new tires. We go green flag again. Troy Radford on the outside trying to hold on. Jason Fluffy Garrett trying to find a way into the top 3. Terry Renard in the 2 fighting for everything he has, but that inside line, not the fast way around. He decides to move up. Right behind him, the Aussie flying Phil Otto running in 5th place in that 66. We got one off the wall. That's going to jumble up the mid-pack back. Able to stay green, Jason Fluffy Garrett running in that 3rd position. Behind Troy Radford, AJ Hamill. In the 2 car, running in 4th, Terry Renner. Jason Garrett in that 73 looks to have lost the line a little bit. Got it back though. The 2 car not able to make a move on him yet. Jason protecting that upper line. Terry Renner trying to figure a way around him. On the side of the flag stand. I must have missed it. I don't know about Thursdays, but here we are on a Wednesday. Terry Renner in that 2 car trying to find a way around the 73, trying not to make a mistake. Phil Otto, the flying Aussie, out back, just waiting for one little mistake, looking for him to take advantage. The 66 goes down a little bit low. Able to maintain though. Behind him, Brian Rogers, kind of looking for that same mistake out of Phil Otto. Got Stacy Bedard out there running in 7th right now. Good return race for Stacy here in the late models. Oh, okay, I got you. Troy Radford's doing something he hasn't been able to do for the entire race. He's keeping that gap to a minimum. Of course, now we're under caution, but that gap, just a little over 0.2 of a second that time by. 28 laps to go. I don't think they can afford to come into pit road now. I think you're going to run what you have. Peyton Johnson coming around the pace car, getting a lap back. I wouldn't mind running an SK here, but to be honest, we run right now. What are we doing? 6 series and 5 nights. That's enough. That's more than enough. I don't know if there is a league out there with more dedicated admin and drivers than what we have here at Racing for a Cause. 6 different series, 5 different nights, my lord. Alright, we crossed the start-finish line. We've got 26 more laps to decide this. I want to go ahead and thank everybody again who's coming out, spending some time with us here at Racing for a Cause TV. Really do appreciate it. Holiday weekend race. Actually, there is one race that we've got coming up for Racing for a Cause members, both current and past. As long as you're in good standing with Racing for a Cause, we are going to be running a Daytona 500 to mark our 1-year anniversary. My gosh, has it been a year already? We do a lot of fun races though, Jake. We've done everything from figure 8 to Legends on Daytona. It's been pretty neat. And I don't mean the short Daytona, I mean like the full Daytona with legend cars. You're not breaking any land speed records, but it's kind of fun. Pace car lights are off. Cars lined up 2 by 2. Plenty of cars out there on track, a few of them really trying to figure out how to get past that 14 car. Everybody else just looking to get into that top 3 and try and have a shot at the win at the end of this one. And they're off. Yeah, just check us out, bud. Racing for a Cause, right on Facebook. A little over 200 members on our page. Almost 100 full members in iRacing. So we got a lot of drivers in. 73's around. Jason Garrett goes around. That jacks the whole crowd. We're going to take a peek because I completely missed that one. Too busy talking. Keeping an eye on that 73 car. Oh, he went down on the apron. That's no man's land. Phil Otto let him back in, but on the brakes hard, a little too hard. Phil couldn't do it. Got into him. There's going to be some serious apologies on the site for that one. But really, nothing he could have done. Not what Jason Garrett wanted to happen, but Phil Otto's the one that's going to feel horrible about it. And really nothing he could have done there. That was just all racing deal. We've got AJ Hamill up front, has led 79 of the 80 laps. So far, nobody with an answer for that 14 car. Although, Troy Radford in the 94 was running on his bumper that time. Troy may have found a way around this track that AJ wasn't able to defend. Chevy power plant. Being top 10. We'll have to post that later. Couple of cars really mixing it in. Phil Otto hard on the brakes. Lots of tire smoke coming off the brakes as they go back. Caution. Missed who it was. And again, AJ Hamill, Troy Radford, loving every minute of it. This is definitely helping with their tire situation. But right now, there's a new man up front in the top three. His name, Jerry West, driving the number 86 car. And he has stopped for tires 31 laps ago. Yeah, the only problem I see with Jerry right now is he's going to be starting on the inside. Brian Rogers to the outside, second row. So that inside line, although he gets an initial start, if he's able to follow AJ Hamill off the restart, he's going to get a good restart. Troy Radford has been dominant keeping position on that outside line. So I don't know if the 86 has enough to get around him. Although with fresh tires, maybe, just maybe, he can hold the line one time. I think if he could just hold it one time going into the turns 1 and 2, if he can come off with enough momentum, try and hold on to it down the back stretch, might be just enough. I don't know. I don't see that happening, though. What I see happening is he might be maybe fender to quarter panel, turns 1 and 2, and then Troy has the momentum. He takes him on the straightaway on the back stretch. By the time turns 3 and 4 come around, Troy has his line free and clear. But we're going to find out right now as the pace car drops in and we're going back live green flag racing. Stacy Bedard in the number 50 gets into the wall, able to maintain and keeps going. Does lose a few positions, but able to keep going in that 50 car. Troy Radford really trying to do everything he can just to get to the back bumper of the 14. Then he's got to try and figure out a way around him. 2/10 of a second going into 1 and 2. .15 going into 1-2 this time. Lap 93 of 100. Troy takes a peek on the inside. Don't think he was not able to do it. AJ Hamel defending his line. Troy Radford has got to figure out a way to try and get around that 14 car, and he's got 5 laps to do it. Troy Radford in the 94 following the 14 AJ Hamel, and the gap starting to increase just a little bit. And that is going to be the race. Under caution one last time. We're going to end this one under the yellow. AJ Hamel going to win another one. It's going to call it 4 in a row, 4 weeks straight. Although this one, not a runaway. There's the race summary so far. 9 cautions, 37 laps. Going to add 2 more onto that, so it's going to call it 39. We've had 1 lead change. It was at the very beginning. Don't worry about that 0, because Troy Radford had the pole. Jake, next race for us here on Racing for a Cause TV. Next Wednesday night, bringing you more late model action. Check out Tuesday nights over on the OSR network. Joe White brings the Truck Series. And those are the only 2 we've got going on right now for being broadcast. Joe White does an excellent job on Tuesday nights. He's a great storyteller and real fun to listen to. And again, next week, here we go again. The season really starting to finish up right now. And that is it. Fireworks go off again for the 14. Troy gives him a little tap in the back, saying good job. And here are the results for tonight. AJ Hamel, Troy Radford, Brian Rogers Jr. Jerry West lost one in the end there. Goes back to 4th. The Flying Aussie, Phil Otto, bringing it home in 5th place. A good run for Phil Otto. Terry Rennert coming home 6th in the 2 car. Al Smith Jr. coming home 7th. Jason Garrett fought his way back up to the 8th position. Stacy Bedard with a 9th place finish. Peyton Johnson finishes out the top 10. JP, Justin Pinnell, comes home 11th tonight after dodging a few different incidents. Justin Napier with a 12th place finish. Wayne McDuff coming home 13th. Chris Mefford 14th. Corey Cook 15th. Justin McDuff 16th. Scott Page 17th. Brian Beach, Andy Lambert, and Rick Greenaway finish it all off. How you doing, Nate? Well, I guess we did have one more. Charles Widner did start it, but involved in a lap 5 incident there. Charles not able to finish this one. And that is the race. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank you very much for coming out and joining us here on Racing for a Cause TV. It's been a blast. Really do appreciate all the people that come out and spend their Wednesday nights with us. Hope to do it again real soon. Thank you very much.